Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to construct such a drawing so that you have it look like this. Yeah, and this will only take you a few minutes. Okay, yeah, and then later on in the next video I'm going to show you how to add dimensions so that we have it look like this, or almost exactly like the way it appears here, right? Okay, so before attempting that drawing, the first thing you need to take care of is to mark the position of the centers. In any of such complicated drawings, you have to always look at the circular parts or parts that have curves and then take care of their centers before you go on to do any other thing. I think that is the easiest way to go. So on our drawing, we're going to look for the center. So we have a center right here, and we have a center here, here, and here. So we make sure we mark those three centers. Okay, so for that we follow the dimensions given. You have 44 from top to that part, then it's actually 44 from here to here, and then from there it's 14, then we have a 2. Okay, yeah, then this one displaced to the right of this middle line by 42, and then this one is displaced from this line by 6 to the left. Okay, so yeah, that's very easy to mark. We are going to use the line tool, and as we mark each point, we try to draw that horizontal, vertical cross, horizontal line and vertical line to make kind of the cross, which will later turn into a center line. Okay, so first off, we start off randomly anywhere and mark the first point, then we will go down to mark this point, or rather a part where we're going to project this point, so that will be a distance of 44. Okay, so get the line tool, and yeah, so get the line tool and start off with any point anywhere. So we mark a distance of 44. Yeah, that's 44. So we want to continue downwards by 14 and then by 2. So I'll simply follow that direction. So I'll type 14, then in the same direction I'll type 2, and we're done. Okay, so at 2 you have to take note that at that point 2 is somewhere here. We need to displace this a distance of 6 millimeters to get that other center. So let's go ahead and do it before we press escape. So yeah, in the left direction we go 6. Make sure the angle is right, 180 degrees, so we go 6. Yeah, so we try to do some kind of cross at that end point. I'll make a marking there, and well, you actually could as easily just lengthen this line. Okay, so we have that cross over there. Okay, so now we have that point, so we can go ahead and mark this point as well. So get the line tool, look for the end point somewhere here. Okay, so that end point, make a cross. Yeah, just like that. And then around here at that end point we need to draw a line going this side, and it should be displaced a distance of 44 in order to get to this point. Okay, so we've done this and this. Now we are somewhere here, that is a distance of 14. Okay, because each time you use the line tool, type a distance, it will create an endpoint, and then you type another distance, so another endpoint, and so on. That's why I don't need to measure, I just follow the endpoint. So at that endpoint around there, I'm going to draw a line coming here so that will be a distance of 42, and then we also make a cross there. So from there I'll just look for that end point. So you actually don't need the line per se, you don't need the line. You can just start it off at a distance of 42 from that end point. So 42, press enter. So that is my point. I can try to draw a cross here, and I'm going to draw a cross because that is the point. Okay, that's the point which is displaced 42 from this one. So you have to take note of that. You have to have that in mind, otherwise you won't be getting it right. Okay, we can actually use the measure tool to verify that distance from there to that end point, and we actually have 42 without having that line. Okay, so on top we need to do the same, make a cross there. So something like that. Lengthen this one as well. So you use lengthen and not stretch, because stretch is going to distort the angle from the direction you intended. Okay, if it was already perpendicular, if I try to use stretch, then line will go the other way. So we use lengthen. So now that we have all the centers, we start off with the easiest part, that is drawing the circular parts. So we have this circle here and another circle there. We can also draw a circle here. At each center we'll draw a circle because we are given the radius. So 44, 24, a diameter of 12 and a diameter of 30. Okay, so we draw a circle, given diameter. From this point, just type the diameter as 12. Again, circle given diameter. So from this point, type diameter as 30. So we are done with those two circles. Now, circle given radius, and circle given radius, and circle given radius. Okay, so choose circle radius. And there we need to type 4. Circle given radius. From there we type 20, and then circle given radius. From there you type 44. Okay, so you can go back and verify. So we have 44, we have 20. Okay, so that is done. Now we need to construct the other arcs, the ones that join to these circles. We have an arc of radius 20, an arc of radius 80. So if you start off with these two, so radius 20, it's more like we are drawing a circle touching this circle and this circle, which has a radius of 44. Okay, touching them on their outside. Okay, so it has a radius of 20. So for that, we are going to use a circle tool that uses the tangent properties. So this one, 3 tangent properties. So just click this. No, actually this one, the one that has 2 tangents and a radius. Okay, so click this one, and the radius is 20 because it's given. So choose where you think that circle will touch. So around here. So that point is equivalent to around there, and another point around there. So you have to carefully select those points, otherwise if I choose a point here and another point here, then that circle might come out weird, as not the way I expect it. Then the radius should be 20. Okay, so we have that circle. So yeah, we only need that curve though, so we'll get rid of that. Now we need to draw another curve that has a radius of 80. So of course we'll draw a circle radius 80. But now here you have to take note that this circle, imaginary circle, is going to encircle this, the one of diameter 30, but it will be touching the one of radius 20, okay, because it touches here and then it kind of encircles this one, so you have to carefully choose those points as well. So again, using the same tool, turn radius, it will touch around here, and it will touch this one maybe somewhere there. Then it has a diameter, or sorry, a radius of 80, so simply type 80, press enter, and we have that thing is done. Okay, so you can actually imagine how the that shape is going to come out. Okay, it will pass along here, continue down, same thing here, it will pass from here and then continue upwards until it meets up with that circle with diameter 30. Yeah, so in order to get rid of the unwanted bits, then of course you know what we use is the trim tool. So same thing with this, we are using the same. So we have radius 48 and radius 24. Okay, so same idea with that one of radius 48, same idea as the previous example. So it should touch this one somewhere there and touch this one somewhere there. It has a radius of 48, and this one should touch somewhere here and somewhere there, and it has a radius of 24. Oh, I got it wrong, so yeah, you have to be extra careful there. So I'll just undo and do it right. Okay, so the radius is 24, it should touch it around, let me be sure where it touches. Yeah, somewhere there. And okay, so somewhere, probably somewhere here and somewhere there, and it has a radius of 24. Okay, so yeah, that is how it should be. Now we use the trim tool to get rid of the other parts. So simply type trim, press enter, and start trimming. This is the easy part. Trim. Make sure you don't trim the useful parts, rather the parts that we need. Okay, so yeah, trimming is the easy part. You notice that you cannot trim some of the parts, so you just let them be. You can always press delete, select them and press delete, they will go off easily. Okay, so I think we are done with that. Let's press escape and get rid of maybe some bits of this line. Yeah, and also make this a little bit short so that we differentiate between those centers, and then we can, yeah, of course we can delete that, delete these bits, make sure they are gone completely. Okay, so now we have a clean drawing. So now what we are left to do is to outline it. So simply select everything and change to layer, outline. Okay, so now we need the centers to be, the center lines to be in center. Okay, so we do the same thing here, make sure they're in center, and the same thing here to make sure that they're in center. Okay, so yeah, now we have that clean drawing just like this one. So the only thing missing is, well, maybe you could prolong this line if you want to, but it doesn't really matter, but that should do it. So the only thing we are left to do is to add dimensions, and that will be in the next video. Okay.